Hey guys, Mordred here, and I just wanted to, show you guys a little project I'm working on the side. I got this idea from a friend of mine who was trying to run like a totem minion build. So originally I was just going to do a Holy Flame totem build with Heatshiver. And you might be asking why, and we're using it with the Hrimsorrows for 100% physical damage converted to cold damage. So it means the remaining 50% from the Holy Flame totem conversion is converted to cold. You can see our damage is split here, right? But our Heatshiver converts all of the cold damage as extra fire damage, and extra fire damage is way better than increased fire damage. So that's where we got the idea from, right? So what the idea behind this is to scale our cold damage and chill effects, right? Because this does more damage for every chill effect. But the main thing is the 100% of cold damage, because we don't need to worry about it at that point. Just come if they're frozen, we get 100% of our cold damage as extra fire damage, which is great. That's a lot of damage. I just finished doing the map, but I wanted to go ahead and showcase this for you guys. Nothing special on here. 2 unique bosses, increased damage, blah 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 blah. But then I'll go over some more of the gear and things of that nature. So one, you do get some defense from, you get a lot of defenses I think from the Holy Flame Totem. One, you get Consecrated Ground, right, which increases your life regen. And two, the Holy Flame Totem itself says you're immune to curses. Oops, there we go. Sorry, I was wearing all my gear and my stuff turned off. The other thing we're running is, again, because we're trying to scale full damage, right, is Hatred. Ooh, that's what I get for looking down. Ignore that. I don't even think I have my totems out. Or not my totems, my golems out. I only got 2700 health, so I'm squishy.
Everything dies.
Just play cautiously. It was like a T7-ish map. The gear is not the greatest. I pretty much only got into maps and capped out his resistances or her resistances, and that's about it. But yeah, so like I was saying, you get life regen from the Consecrated Ground. You get curse immunity from the Consecrated Ground because of Holy Flame Totem. And because you're chilling or freezing the targets, they don't catch up to you as fast, right? So, you know, it's a trifecta of defense just from the totem itself. Boom, there's the boss. It's the map. Right. So the other way we are making sure that we chill / freeze is obviously going Elementalist, which is a ascendancy I wasn't really trying to do this league because it's just overplayed, but I just felt like it was probably the best thing for this class. Maybe a cultist, but we'll get into why I chose an Elementalist. One Shaper of Winter, all my damage with hits can chill. So that means my totems will always chill no matter what. So we will always get reduced action speed and increased effect of our cold elements. If our highest damage is cold, which if you look on here, at the initial hit, our cold damage is the highest, right? So we get increased cold element. So it might just chill, but it's going to freeze them. And then from that point on, it's just extra fire damage, which is great. We're using Shaper Swords for the shock. And then we're using the elementals for the golems. So originally this was not part of the plan, but a friend of mine was making the build with SRS and totems, and I just thought, well, you know what, golems are probably better than some emerging spirits, right? And then you get the fire golem, which increases damage. You get the stone and the chaos golem, which give you life regen and physical damage mitigation, which is great because we're squishy. And you can see I was a little, less squishy with them out there when I remember to summon them. And we also took the Golem Commander for increased buff effect by 40%, and then of course Legion Primordial uses another 100%. I'm not sure I'm going to go with the fourth Ascendancy when I do it. I'm thinking Elemancer just to give my golems more defenses, and again extra golem. So I'm thinking probably like an ice golem, or just summon another stone golem or something, just to kind of hold things off of me. Not sure yet. Or we might go for Bastion of Elements. I'm not quite sure. I don't care about a Reflect. I don't know if the Aegis is worth it. I think the extra golem, them being tankier, and increased buff effect. So it'll be like another 100%, right? Yeah, 25% per golem. Yeah. So I think we might go Elemancer. As far as tree, nothing special. I think it's pretty self-explanatory. Pick up the totem stuff. We picked up Sovereignty for right now. Divine Judgment. We'll probably grab this. Not quite sure. Yeah, we'll probably grab these 2 points later on. Then we came over this way to pick up some spell suppression and pick up Snowforge. Pick up everything in the Snowforge cluster because this is fire and cold damage. Up top, we picked up the cold damage because again, we're scaling our cold damage for it to be the highest. So that way, once it converts, it's extra. So you get even more fire damage. So I think it just pays off to just go for pure cold damage, right? I must as well pick this up. I don't know why I'm over there. Why was I over there? I don't know why I was over there. Oh, wait, I was going for this. Fingers of Frost for more cold damage. Yeah, that's what I was going for. That probably isn't worth it. We're not going to worry about that. Anyway. Sorry, getting sidetracked. We'll pick this up. As far as gear is concerned, like I said, we're using Hrimsorrows, a Heatshiver. We have a shield with an extra number of totems on it. The ideal would be like a spirit shield of some sort that has the totems and +1 to fire or physical, because our Holy Flame Totems has the tag of both physical and fire, so +1 from either one of those is great. So it makes shopping for gear just a little bit easier. Same thing with our Scepter. +1 to fire spell skill gems, that levels this up. And we are looking for cold damage on it. Only had the 15% as a suffix because everything else was filled. And I'm still rolling on
When I'm ready and not
a mace, not a mace, a scepter of some sort. I have something in somewhere. There we go. The fire damage. And we just need to re-roll this whole thing. But it has the suffix. If you get fire damage on it, it's fine. It's not necessary, but you do get more damage out of the cold damage scaling, obviously. Let's see. Well, sorry about seeming a little scattered. This build I'm still kind of trying to figure out. But yeah, that's about it for the character. It's just a little project I'm working on the side of my assassin Forbidden Right character, just so I don't get burnt out on it. Oh, chest piece. I'm running Skin of the Loyal just because I found one. Completely not necessary, but you know, whatever. What else did I forget? Oh, auras. I mentioned I was running Hatred. more cold damage, and extra or physical damage is extra cold damage, and then you gain that as extra fire damage. So hatred scales his damage by a lot. You take this off, I mean that's 6k damage right there, right? And then you convert all the cold damage as extra fire damage, and then you're getting even more. Because eventually you're gonna want to pick up increased fire damage, right? So you can scale the cold damage, the extra cold damage that you're getting. It's just that right now we're not too worried about that, right? But we're getting off of increased elemental damage. We could probably take off the increased effect of non-damaging elements for something else, but right now not too worried about it. And that's another thing. Just getting like flat elemental damage is good because then you're scaling both your cold and your fire. So maybe some of the spectrums, I believe they're called, little jewels that increase elemental damage, might not be a bad idea for this build. I can't really think of anything else that'd be too good for this build besides just scaling elemental damage. Coming or leveling this character was extremely easy. Because again, you just pick up one of these and then you just throw a fat enchantment on there off of your crafting bench. Same thing with Spirit Shield. I mean, I had a +1 physical and I had a +1 physical scepter, and that works with the Holy Flame Totem, so we just went with it. One big upgrade I did pick up was Taste of Hate, which is nice. One gives you a little bit more defense because physical damage is taken as cold, so it goes against your resists. And it's like a 2.6k increase for your Holy Flame Totem, and then it'll go even further because it's going to be fire, and then you scale that with the flat elemental damage. So that's nice. Can't think of anything else that at the moment I'm working for. You can run a Dying Sun if you want to. Just so Holy Flame Totem can throw more projectiles. But it already shoots 3. I don't see a need to increase the projectiles. Which is why I'm running things like Hypothermia for more damage against chilled slash frozen, or more damage against chilled enemies. This actually might not be worth it. It might be something that I take out because they get frozen so often. Flat cold damage because it scales with all your extra cold, and you get to just scale that up with your fire damage. Control destruction, we don't care about crits, we're just looking for spell damage. This also might come out. Faster casting, so they can attack faster. And we also picked up elemental penetration because overall it is more damage than just fire or cold, at least according to path of building, but it might not be registering it. But yeah, so we're running elemental pen for right now. I can't think of anything else to really highlight on this build at the moment, so I'll just leave you guys with that. A few other things I want to talk about is thank you guys for your subs and your comments and your likes on my farming video. It means a lot to me. We're up to 67 subscribers, I think, now. I would have to double check. I don't have the information in front of me at the moment. But I want to thank you guys a lot for that. It means a lot. It was a great Christmas present to get up that high. With that said, happy belated Christmas. And I hope you guys have a happy new year. If I don't drop a video on New Year, I will try to. And thank you guys for watching, and I will catch you guys next time. Peace.